Thank you for joining us for a visit with Santa Claus. I'm Mrs. Jingles from the Grand Ledge Area District Library, and I'm your host today for this visit. Now, Santa's will be joining us from the North Pole very soon. While he finishes up feeding the reindeer and his other duties, let me tell you quickly about some of our special holiday activities here at the library. From now through December 23rd, at every visit to the library, you can look for our elf on the library shelf. If you find him, you get a special treat. Now, our elf has a very special job. He's here to take your letters to Santa. So you can bring your letter to Santa to our Santa mailbox, and the elf will get them off to Santa on December 23rd. If you've already dropped off some letters, we may be able to ask Santa about them tonight. We also have a candy cane guessing game you can play at the library, some fun crafts to take home and make, of course, lots of wonderful Christmas books and movies that we have. So we have also some special reindeer food that you can pick up at the library and take home so that you can put that out to feed Santa's reindeer on Christmas Eve. So I'm going to look around here, and I think Santa is ready to join us. Let's wait and see if we can get him to come into the room here. Hello, Santa. I see him. And looks like he is muted, so we're going to see if we can unmute Santa so that we can talk. And we're going to work on that a little bit. Oh, Santa is going to try and do that. That's the wonderful thing about technology. Thank you, Santa. Hello.
Mrs. Jingles.
It's nice to see you tonight.
Oh, good to see you too.
Now, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. It's that time of year I really love.
Oh, yes, it is. It's truly a delightful time of year. Now, what have you been doing today?
Well, today's been kind of a normal day. It's the middle of the week, so we've been, working in the workshops, and the elves have been practicing their songs, and the reindeer are getting ready for the big day.
Oh boy! So the reindeer they've been out doing some practice on their flying?
Yes, they practice flying and landing, and getting themselves in tip-top shape for that special night.
Well, we have some packages of reindeer food that we'll have available here at the library for children to come and pick up so that they can scatter that out on the snow or the yard in front of their house. Do reindeer like to have a treat when they stop at houses?
Oh, they love treats. They get so many vegetables here that when they get that special sugar and they really like that.
Wonderful. Oh, kids will be happy to hear that. Now, how has the weather been up at the North Pole?
Well, it's been a little bit warmer than normal, but it's still colder than where you're at, though.
Yeah.
We have a little snow on the ground. I don't know about you.
No, we haven't had much snow, and there are children that are wondering if we don't have a lot of snow here, does that cause a problem for you and your sleigh?
Not at all. I mean, we travel the world, so we have to land in all different types of climates, and whether it's snow or grasses or and sand in some cases, so we can handle it all.
So children don't need to worry. They'll get to your house, you'll get to their house just fine.
Yes, it's more magical for them, I think, living in Michigan to have snow, but it's not necessary.
Okay. So snow isn't necessary. Another question that kids think about from time to time is they'll say, well, my house doesn't have a chimney. I know Santa comes down the chimney with presents, but my house doesn't have a chimney. Is Santa still going to be able to come to my house?
Santa has many ways of getting presents underneath the tree or in the stockings or wherever the parents would like them left. In some cases, they just like them left on the front porch.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. So the children don't need to worry about the weather, and they don't need to worry about how you're getting into the house. You have magic, and so you're able to do that.
Yes, we have our ways. We will never tell those secrets, though.
Well, I was going to take a quick look here because I know we've gotten some questions in from some children, and I wanted to quickly take a look at this one because one of our children has asked a lot of questions about elves. She wants to know how you found the elves. Do they have bunk beds? How many elves are there in the universe? How do the elves get magic? And how do you get your magic? So it's a lot of questions. Do you feel up to tackling those?
Well, we'll talk about elves a little bit. I mean, there's many elves. I can't tell you how many there are because they don't all live at the North Pole anymore. They're out and about and with our elves on the shelf and things like that. So I don't see them all, and they all have their own special gifts. I mean, some are singers. Some make toys. Some have to help build the houses where they live and things like that. So, make furniture for themselves, and they do all the normal things that normal people do, just that it's done at the North Pole.
So the elves, some of them might live together, like in a big dormitory, but some of them have their own homes.
Right. Some have their own families, and there are bunk beds for some of them. I've seen some of the houses where they've had not just bunk beds; they've had them stacked four high. So I don't know who gets to sleep on the top, but it's a climate
Yeah.
there.
Well, the other questions that I think she's wondering about too is about the magic. She kind of wonders where that's coming from. Is that a secret that we can share or
Well,
not?
it is a secret. I mean, I would say it's similar to any other people who some people are singers, some people are good artists, some people are good at math. And so we have elves who are also good at magic, and it's just a skill that's learned.
Okay. So now another child has written in and he has some questions about, now he had a question about leaving presents on the porch. So you had mentioned about that. And then he's wondering, how do you get electricity? Probably thinking about how you have power to run everything up at the North Pole.
Well, we do a lot of solar panels and then wind turbines is what we
Oh,
use. So we're very eco-friendly up there.
my
Uh,
goodness.
so that's how we get the majority of our powers that way.
So Santa isn't just the red suit, Santa's also green energy.
Yes, yes.
I did not know that. He's also asking if he's seen a movie where Santa in that was lactose intolerant. And so he's wondering if that's something that's true, if that you shouldn't have milk left out with cookies for you because maybe the milk isn't something that you can drink. So he's kind of wondering about that.
Oh, Santa will take whatever is left for him. I mean, in some cases, I may have to take some uh, pills to assist the stomach, so it doesn't get upset. But uh, I would upset the Dairy Association if I didn't drink milk occasionally.
Well, that's a good point too. Um, Now you had mentioned earlier that the reindeer were practicing their flying. So are they having races? How do they practice their flying? How do they work
Well,
at getting faster?
they do it. They do have races. They in some cases it's not just races. They're almost like cross country runners where they have to practice long distance things and so that they're prepared for the big night. So they're going to do miles and miles every day to keep themselves in shape because
Okay.
there is some speed involved, but they also have to have the capability of doing it for a long time.
So it's speed and endurance then.
Yes, yes, endurance is a big part of it.
Oh gosh. Okay. Well, I know that a lot of children have wondered, how is it possible for you to get everywhere in one night? How fast do the reindeer have to fly and how fast do you have to move? Is there any way that you can explain any of that to them?
Well, the time zones help us a little bit, so we can, fly around the globe and through the time zones, and that makes it a little bit easier to stay on task and get things delivered at the right times. But while the kids are sleeping, they don't always know what's going on with Santa Claus. So we find a way of getting it done.
So it's important then that the children should be in bed early on Christmas Eve.
Yes, that makes it much easier for us to do our deliveries.
That's right. Okay, so getting to bed early on Christmas Eve, and then how about my kids sometimes would try and get up 2 or 3 times in the night to see if you had come yet. So they should probably not do that, right?
I have very good ears, so I would hear anybody creeping around the house and know that they were up. So they'll never catch me in the house.
Okay, so they'll never catch you. Okay, so they need to go to bed early. They know that you will hear them if they get up and wander around. So they need to stay in bed
Hmm.
and wait for morning.
Yes.
Okay, okay. I have a couple of letters that have come in to you
Oh, that's
here at the
great.
library, and if you have a moment, I don't want to take up too much time here because I know you're busy, but I have a couple of things that I would like to read to you, and then the elf will
Sure.
be bringing these along as well. This letter is to Santa, and it says, "Hello, my name is Maddie, and I am 8 years old. I live in Grand Ledge, Michigan, USA. I've been thinking about what I would like for Christmas. Number one, a faster bike, and number two, books I can read. I like the Choose Your Own Adventure series." And she signs it, "Love, Maddie."
Well, Maddie, I'm happy to hear that there's a letter coming to me that'll be delivered by the Elf on the Shelf. And books are a good thing to ask for because that's where you do all your learning. And you're doing the right thing by running that through the library. You're making points there, probably. As far as a getting faster bike, I think we need to maybe work on your muscles a little bit so you can ride it faster before we add maybe some shift gears to a bicycle first.
Oh, so she needs to maybe do a little practicing on her strength so that she can make the bike go faster too.
Yes, yep. Use the old leg muscles first.
Okay. But do we have time for another one?
Sure.
Okay. This one is, "Dear Santa, I would like a bunk bed and some puppy in my pockets, oh, and Polly Pockets and giant Hashimas."
Oh,
And that's with love from Colleen.
Colleen.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a nice list. There's some big things and some tiny things and a big thing there. It's a nice
Yeah.
variety. Well, we'll see what we can do about getting those for you and stay on your best behavior, and we'll see what we can do.
I'm sure she'll appreciate that. So let's try. I have one more right here. This is, "Hello, my name is Danielle. I am 9 years old. I live in Michigan. I've been very good this year, and I've been thinking about what I would like for Christmas." She would like fidgets, an LOL dolls, and some toys for my dog, Chewy. So she's looking for some toys for her dog. "I'm excited for your visit. I'll leave out snacks for you and your reindeer." And she says, "Love, Danielle."
Well, Danielle, that's a nice list, and I'm glad to see you included your dog there. And that's an interesting name for a dog, Chewy. And I'm happy to hear that LOLs are still popular because we have quite a few of those on the shelf.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Okay. So let's try one more. And then I think I might have a couple of other questions for you. And then I don't want to keep you too long. This is, I think this is from Brooklyn, I think it is.
Brooklyn, okay.
And it says, yep, I think it says love, and it looks like Brooklyn. "Dear Santa, I kind of want a sleigh for Christmas. And I want a ballerina nutcracker doll, and a little snuggly polar bear, and a big horse. It's always be fun talking to you, but this is the end. But if you want, you can send a letter to me. Love, Brooklyn."
Well, Brooklyn animals are always difficult. That's something that I normally leave up to mom and dad to do, especially a horse.
Oh,
That's a
yes.
little bit difficult for Santa to deliver something like that, and you want to make sure that mom and dad are okay with having an animal, especially the size of a horse. So I don't know if that was going to pull your sleigh, or if we could just maybe get you a sled for the snow.
That's a good idea. She might appreciate that. Well, let me check and make sure. I've got a few more letters here, but of course the elf can bring those along to you. And let's see, is there anything else I wanted to ask you? I'm gonna look here real quickly and see. Let's see. Now, a lot of people leave out milk and cookies for you. Do you have a favorite cookie that you like?
Oh, my favorite cookies are church windows.
Oh, I remember those.
They're chocolate morsels with colored marshmallows on the inside. And
Oh,
I like them coated with coconut, although you can do them with nuts or powdered sugar too. But those are my favorite because they're nice and bright and colorful.
that's a good thing to know. That's a fun thing to have out for Santa then, or the church windows. And then do you have a favorite Christmas movie?
Well, I'm kind of particular to Rudolph. He's special to me. He's helped us get us through that one year. So that's my favorite Christmas movie is Rudolph.
I think that's true for a lot of children too. So I think that we're probably getting close to our time right now. I don't want to keep you out too long, since I know you have lots of things to do. Let's see, we want to remind the children to drop off letters before December 23rd when they come in and look for that elf. And they'll find lots of ways to, we have a warm winter reader program going on right now where children can read books and earn prizes. And they can read a lot of Christmas books to fill out their log and win those prizes too.
Well, that's a
So
good thing to have for them.
we like to be able to have them practice their reading and have some time to enjoy Christmas stories.
That's very important.
So I think Santa, if I appreciate your coming to see us tonight. We're so happy you were able to be here and answer some questions for the children and share some information. And I know they're looking forward to seeing, well, not seeing you, but what you bring on Christmas Eve.
Yes. Well, I'm happy there's going to be more letters coming. I look forward to reading them, and I would like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho!
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.